So these guys, we're going to talk about together in a set right here. We have the Mystic Witch collection. Now, the Mystic Witch, these two were actually designed as sisters. They're kind of a spin-off of each other. But let me tell you, when I sit down and I do the crystals, I'm like, okay, this is what I'm going to design. And then they laugh and they say, close, this is what you're going to design. And sometimes you get sisters or runoffs of each other. And so I sat down initially to create Spirit Union. So you've got your blue angelite, you've got your rainbow obsidian, and you've got your amethyst. Mystic Witch was designed to be I want to go on an astral projection journey. I want to be able to communicate easier with my spirit guides, and a very large part of how do I enter and find my way around the Akashic records. And so with your blue angelite, rainbow obsidian, and amethyst, these are all connectors to the divine. And the rainbow obsidian is actually serving a dual purpose here, because the rainbow part is actually a pathway like the Bifrost Bridge. And if you haven't heard of the Bifrost Bridge, check out my Norse Stories collection. It's going to be a bridge that connects Midgard, the earth realm, with Asgard in the spiritual realms. So the rainbow obsidian is a play off of the idea of the Bifrost connecting the realm between the two worlds. The obsidian part helps keep you a bit of grounding, that even though we're doing this astral projection, even though we're going out and we're talking largely with spirit and exploring that area, you still want to create and keep that anchor point so that you can find your way back to your body and keep everything nice and in balance. If a tree has no root and it just decides we're going to grow tall and not give any root at all, what's going to happen to that tree? It's the same thing that's going to happen to you if you ignore and you don't ground and keep that stability. The angelite and the amethyst are designed to open up the throat, the third eye, and the crown, and all of your higher crown chakras. These open up, they remove the blockages, they make those little voices that are in the back of your ear really come in tone more, so you can actually hear and understand and be able to fully comprehend everything that's being said to you. No sense going on a journey if you've got your headphones on, you can't hear anything. So as I was making Spirit Union, her sister sprouted into, and then we created and we came up with this version where you still have your amethyst and your rainbow obsidian, but now you also have, instead of the blue angelite, a blue opalite, which gives a little bit more of that watery earth feel. And it's quite interesting to see how changing just that one stone creates not only a major visual difference, but also an energetic feel difference. If you're really in tune with the energies, I challenge you to see if you can tone into these bracelets. Even across the screen, you can tell an energy difference. Trust your instincts. Know which one calls you, which one says, hey, I'm calling, or if they're a set and they say, I need to work together. I will never tell somebody they cannot have more crystals, or you can only wear one crystal. Oh, if you mix 3 crystals, you're going to be going off and crazy. That's actually the exact point of doing these, is because by mixing the crystals, by having that creation that they're stacking with each other, they're actually playing off, and that energy is simply getting stronger. Only you can know where your limits and where your current needs lie. So listen to you and listen to that intuition. Now, the opalite version on the Mystic Witch is going to be a similar energy, but you've got a lot more of that water, of that clearing, of more of a relaxed, let's move into this realm. Again, listen to your own intuition, listen to yourself as you're seeing if you're getting a slightly different aspect or a slightly different read. That's your guides saying, this is how this energy is currently going to affect and play with your energy, and how they're going to work together to create something special. Draconic virtues. Now, draconic virtues is another one that comes in two sizes. You have your smaller 6mm, you have your larger 8mm. Again, both universal. Draconic virtues is a simple trinity. It's made up of tiger's eye, obsidian, and citrine. Now, these three combos have a lot of variation. If you were to Google something, you'll find a lot of it actually has to do with wealth and prosperity. Largely, and I think in part, going towards the monetary wealth and prosperity. However, it was actually designed as and contributes a lot towards the mental and the heart connection, prosperity, and that confidence that you exude to be able to create that success in your life. If you're just sitting there nice and quiet and timid, you're not going to be able to portray and bring about that confidence that, hey, I need this raise, I want to do this. The draconic virtues helps bring about that strength, that value of saying, this is what I am, this is where I'm going, and the confidence to state your boundaries, create your goals, and go for them rather than just sitting and thinking about it. Maybe one day in the future. So this one is a very good success, wellness, being able to speak your truth, but also feeling very firmly grounded and safe in those boundaries and in that truth that you have set for yourself.